Hi, welcome back. This is Hobart Scales with Words from Wilson, where we like to talk about the auction business and what we're doing as a company, partnering with different folks in the community and servicing our clients, talking a little bit about our different community partners. A big part of our business is working with community partners within the Evansville region to raise money for nonprofits, working with nonprofits so that they can help fund some of their programs and initiatives, something that we work with dozens of nonprofits every year. So far this year, we've helped raise about $800,000 with some of our partners, including the Evansville Police Foundation, the Mescal Park Zoo, various churches within the Evansville Diocese, the 4-H Center, the EVSC Foundation, and one of my favorite nonprofits here in our community, Youth First. To that end, where we would like to welcome Julie Hoon, who's the Vice President for Marketing and Communications with Youth First, with me today. Julie, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad that you could make it up here. So, Youth First, for those that don't know, why don't you just start us off with a little primer?
Absolutely. Youth First is in the community to strengthen kids and families. We've been around for over 25 years now. We were founded in Evansville and we've grown to 14 counties across southern Indiana. And we have highly trained social workers embedded in school buildings. And they're mental health professionals that are working with kids and teachers and our school partners every day to help young people with difficult areas like anxiety, depression, coping skills, even tough stuff, suicidal ideation, those areas that are really weighing on kids these days, weighing on families. We are a resource in school buildings to help them get back to academic excellence and eventually grow into strong adults. We have family programs, community programs, and it's just an incredible agency committed to strong kids.
Yeah. One of my favorite memories about Youth First is one of the first meetings I was in with Dr. Bill Wooten, the founder of Youth First. And he was talking about his why. And that's a big part of a lot of the meetings, a lot of the things that you guys do is talking about your why. And I remember him talking about when he was in a younger part of his career, working with folks in their 20s and their 30s that were struggling for whatever reason, and understanding that he was getting to those folks too late and trying to find solutions to work with kids younger, get to kids when they're in their teens or their pre-adolescence, so that you can address some of the issues that they're seeing in them, so that by the time they're entering into their 20s, move on to the 30s, that maybe we wouldn't see so many of those problems. It was really powerful.
You're right. It's prevention work that we say we're in the prevention lane even. So Dr. Wooten was overseeing the Mulberry Center, and he was seeing younger and younger people heavily addicted to drugs and alcohol, and school lives were not good. Home life wasn't good. They really had pretty bleak outlooks ahead of them. And he knew that he wasn't given much time to help them. He wanted to do more. He wanted to help prevent those problems from occurring. And so in the 90s, he rallied community leaders. He founded Youth First in 1998, and he knew that embedding mental health professionals into school buildings would be a way to get to kids early on and equip them with coping skills, positive areas of life and outlooks that would keep them away from risk factors like substance misuse and all that kind of stuff.
So I know that it to be very challenging work. What would you say, from your point of view, is the most challenging part of that effort?
Well, mental health has risen to the top. I mean, we had years ago, following the COVID-19 pandemic, truly community leaders, national leaders were sounding the alarm for youth mental health. So we were seeing everyone struggling, but we were definitely seeing our youth struggle with isolation. And I mean, even in a day where we're digitally so connected, we're all on phones, we're all talking to each other on social media and computers and all that, our youth are really struggling with anxiety and feeling alone and not connected. The need for Youth First has grown, and we want to keep up with that growth. We have demands across our footprint for new school partners, new communities, new regions to grow into, new counties, and finding mental health professionals. There's a shortage. It's such an incredible field. We work with social workers and other licensed credentialed mental health professionals. We can't hire them fast enough.
Right.
So attracting mental health professionals to the region, working with universities for pipelines, like truly finding those people that we can employ to, because right now we have 100 mental health professionals on staff. Youth First has 100 mental health professionals at our agency, working with 126 partner schools across those 14 counties I mentioned. We have money that has to come in from the community and from grants and from the state. We work with the state of Indiana even on this prevention side. We don't want to pull these mental health professionals out of the building and out of the communities. So it takes a lot of dollars to make that happen.
Well, to that end, the first interaction I had with Youth First was at the Passport 2 adventure, which is one of my favorite events. It's unlike any of the other auctions that we do with different organizations. You guys have it's a very fun atmosphere. It's very, it's general admission. Folks can come in. It's more open seating, and it's a different feel of an event. And you have so many folks that donate and put in baskets.
Yeah, it's our spring benefit auction. It is our largest fundraiser for the organization. And you're right, we've been doing this for almost 20 years. So what started a long time ago as let's have an auction and raise some dollars, now we set goals for ourselves that are $300,000 and $400,000. I mean, we really push ourselves. But the auction itself, we're Youth First. We love youth and families. We wanted our event to embrace youth and families and invite the community and be kid friendly. And so we've kept it kind of open house style. Anyone can come. You don't have to have a ticket or a ball gown or be seated at a certain table. We have hors d'oeuvres, but we really want people to come and mingle, look at all the silent items on display, and then we incorporate a program. We want you to hear about Youth First. We want to recognize young people and educators and advocates who have helped us grow and just made this organization what it is, and all that. And then our live auction. I mean, we've really made it a fun event. You guys are a big part of that.
They have a ton of great items. They do a fantastic job. They run it as professionally as one could do. It's one of our favorite ones to attend every year. So I highly encourage everyone to go, because you'll bring on kids and families who have been impacted positively by the work that Youth First does, and to hear them stand up there and talk about how their life has changed for the better. It really is powerful. So you might want to bring a hanky if you go. But there's a lot of laughs to be had as well.
No, I love. There's a heart piece of it though, and that's really important. And you're right. We always have a video. We want people to know that the dollars they're investing in this organization are truly changing lives.
What's an easy way for them to get a hold of you guys or to connect with you?
We'll stay engaged on all of our social. Follow us on social: LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Our website is always updated and really engaging. We've got incredible parent resources on there, event information, county-wide. All of our school partners and sponsors and all that's on there. And then we are always seeking volunteers. We have a lot of committees. It takes a lot of people to make this work happen, to make the agency churn. So we're always welcoming volunteers, whether it's volunteers who want to serve on a committee, serve on a board of directors, or come in and help with events or help with programs or facilitate different programs. We have a lot of volunteer options, and there are just so many ways to engage. The time, talent, treasure factor. So some people have time to give, some people have talent to give, some people have treasure. We have thousands of donors who give to us every year and make Youth First what it is.
Well, come out to the Passport to Adventure in the spring. Maybe you could become one of those donors. Get to meet Julie and the rest of the crew. Again, one of my favorite organizations in our community by far. You guys do great work, and so appreciative of what you do and the rest of the team. With that, is anything else you need to say, Julie Hoon, before we sign off?
I would encourage, we're grateful that Wilson has been such a pivotal part of our auction. You guys help us. I've told you this before, but I see you as partners before the event, during the event, and after the event. You're helping us make that event what it is. We're looking at our donors together. We're looking at our items together. You're helping us come up with what should go on that live auction. How are people going to engage throughout the night? So we're just grateful that you guys have worked with us for so long now and helped really make our auction what it is, because I do feel like it's quite well known. I like to say it's one of the best charity benefit auctions in Indiana. And that's in large part to Wilson. So thank you for helping us make it great.
Well, we'll definitely see you there in the spring. In the meantime, wilsonauctions.com. We've got a bunch of different content coming your way and a lot of great sales coming your way. So make sure you're getting on there and follow us on all the socials. And until next time, we'll see you later.